people can overthink what they need to be doing, and you just need to get started. Throw some things on a piece of paper. So in dance, we would just start trying things out on our bodies. We'd have the music going, and we'd kind of have an idea or a sense of what we want to communicate. And then we'd build out a lot of different moves and steps and pieces of choreography. And then we'd test out what worked and what didn't work. And then slowly we'd pick the best pieces of it.
First up, we're going to get your story out, which is just getting stuff out of your head and trying to find out what is a good start and end to your presentation.
So know who you're talking to. Situate yourself in that moment. And what would you want to say to that person? And then write it all down. And then from there, I circle with a highlighter. I'm like, that is good. That is terrible. That is good. And so I start with that big chaotic mess. People get really excited about saying a whole bunch of stuff. The problem is that's way too much information. So you need to think about what are the 3 things that I want someone sitting in the audience to remember. They will forget 90% of this. You've distilled down this complex, amazing thing you're doing into something that someone can understand.
That one thing is what your audience will use to explain your idea to their friends, so make it good.
And you want to have sort of a narrative arc. So a start, a middle, and an end. And you want to take people through that sort of story journey. And usually it's good to pull a little bit of yourself into it. And also, you want to make sure that they understand clearly what you're doing, how it works, and then inspire the hell out of them because you're doing something really incredible.
Your first and last sentence matter more than anything else. Craft them, write them down, rehearse them until you can say them without thinking.
No one wants to be talked at. People want to talk with you. And often what that means is you only get 50% of the time to talk. And usually you want to use that opportunity to also ask questions and learn something about the other person. It's such a ripe opportunity to ask those big questions you want to ask. You can always later follow up on that really cool little tidbit that plugs into your model. You can always say more later, you can never say less.
If you've done this right, you kind of know what your story is, how it starts, how it finishes, what the key points are that tell that story, and why it's important to you and your audience.
I think you quiet yourself down and you think about why you believe in your idea, right from that place. And then the rest will kind of tease itself out. And that's when you're going to actually be very memorable. You're going to move people in a powerful and new way.